Hey, hey, what's up? What's up? It's Karen in the building, and she's by herself tonight. But what's up, you guys? What is going on? I am so excited to bring you a sports talk marathon tonight. Um, guys, what is really going on out there? It's so much going on in the world today. What's going on? I see so much going on with the writing and wow. I I just call for peace. I just ask for peace, peace, peace and unity for our country, for our land, for our people. I just pray that everyone is safe out there who's protesting. You protest on my behalf. I just pray that everything that you guys are safe, and I pray for this family, George Floyd. I pray for his family, his loved ones. Just pray their strength during this time of, you know, trying to get ready for a funeral service, as well as seeing everything, all the people that are fighting for him, fighting for justice for him. And so I just lift them up right now. It's just really a lot going on in the world today. So, so what we got going on is a sports marathon. I've had so many people who have reached out to us and want to come on the show. And, that's my thing, is to give a voice, to give people an opportunity to share their voices, because I believe that there is power in sharing your story. I believe that someone can get something out of you sharing your story. And so that's what it's all about. That's what we're doing right now, is allowing so many people to come and share their story, share their journey, whether good or bad. It is called information that can empower someone who's coming behind you. They could take that piece and make a life decision change in another direction, just because you shared your story. So it's so important to empower one another. And so that is the purpose of right now, the purpose of the show is to give moms a platform to come and share their story. Moms, dads, coaches' wives, whoever has a story that they want to share and tell somebody what they did in order to raise up a student athlete. So I'm just excited. I'm excited about all the doors that are being opened on behalf of Can We Talk Sports. We going. We moving. So I'm excited about that. But we got a guest on the show tonight, and it turned out that we have a common friend. It's just amazing how God is connecting my network, or exposing my network, and it's turning out that it's people that I know, or that they know someone that I know. And it's just amazing. So I am so excited to invite on the show the head football coach of Keeling, and he's probably going to help me pronounce it correctly if I'm saying it wrong. Coach Chad Neal to the show. So you guys, if you have any questions, put them in the comment, and that's welcome to the show, Coach Chad Neal.
Hi, my name is Chad Neal. I'm the head football coach at Killingsly High School in Connecticut, and I'm excited to be joining you this evening on Can We Talk Sports. I recently completed my 16th season as head coach at Killingsly, where I also am a business teacher. Prior to that, I was head coach at Putnam High School for 1 year and an assistant coach for 7 years. I hold a bachelor's degree in sports management from Nichols College, a master's degree in teaching from Sacred Heart University. This evening, I'm going to be speaking with you about caring and the importance of caring and what caring means in our football program, about one another, about yourselves, and about the community around us. The other thing I will be discussing is the importance of coaches' wives and the sacrifices that they make day in and day out, as well as their families. As a father to 2 children and a stepfather to 2 others, I understand the sacrifices they make when they're in school, at their sporting events, and also at our games. I will be discussing the importance of coaches' wives who make probably the biggest sacrifices out of everybody. Please join me tonight as I talk about our program. We have been very successful in the past 5 seasons, advancing to the state playoffs each year and winning a state championship in 2017. See you tonight at 7 o'clock.
Welcome.
Great to be here tonight. What a small world. And Killingsly High School. And actually, I just got a text from Sean, and he says hi, and your son was a stud lineman for him at Hyde.
Yes,
Yeah.
listen, you guys. When my son was a senior in high school, we decided to let him go to a prep school, and he went to Connecticut. He went to a school called Hyde Prep School.
Yep.
And so his coach was Coach Sean Saucer. And I was looking at a video about Coach Neal, and I saw Coach Saucer in the video, and I was just like, what? How
Yep.
is that? What a small world.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Sean's a great guy. We went to graduate high school with him, and he's still in coaching at Woodstock Academy now, and we'll be playing each other actually on Thanksgiving Day this year.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Listen. So go ahead and tell me a little bit about you and what you got going on in the Connecticut.
Yeah, so up here in Connecticut, we've had a pretty successful run at Killingsly High School in the last 5 years. We've been to the state playoffs each year, advancing to the state semifinals. Went to the state finals this past season, and also in 2017 won a state championship for the third time in school history. So we've had a great run, and what I want to talk about is it's not necessarily the X's and O's of the reason why we've been successful. It's more about the kids and the families and how much they care about each other that has brought us to where we are, and also the moms and the wives of the coaches that have made many sacrifices so us as coaches can do what we love and for our players to play a great game.
Wow. That is awesome. I mean, to talk about the importance of community, first of all,
Hmm.
community. I'm from a community of DeSoto, and one thing that I really try to promote is community. It's
Hmm.
important to build where you sit, and so I just love our community. So it just rung to my heart that that was one of your mission. It's about community. So tell us about the community that the high school comes from.
Well, we're pretty rural, Northeast Connecticut, but we're about a half hour from Worcester, Mass, an hour from Boston, a half hour to Providence, and about 50 minutes to Hartford. So many families work in the cities, possibly, but it's small towns, Main Street type deals, and families. A lot of the kids, you might have gone to school with their moms and dads, and now you're coaching them, and they come back and they're passionate about sports and about our football program and in general sports in this area. I mean, New England, as you know, is um, very sports oriented with our professional sports and of course the University of Connecticut and basketball especially.
Yeah. So tell me, so what does it look like on the Friday night lights?
So Friday Night Lights, in Kelly, we draw. It's not Texas, but we'll draw, between 1,000 and a couple thousand each night. Under the lights. Our athletic director does a great job. We have the whole smoke machines, cannons, marching band, cheerleaders, and it is a community event. I will say that it's a community event. The community comes out, and one thing I think our school does a great job with is making it a community event. Whether we are recognizing the youth in our community, veterans, um, medical personnel, you name it. We want to recognize those people in our community because that's the community that pays their taxes and allows us to play and supports us, and it's part of our job to give back, and our kids do a great job of giving back too and volunteering, and I when they leave my program, one of the goals I set and one of my personal values, I guess you could say, is when my kids graduate, I want them to be a great dad someday, a great father,
Mm,
to contribute. I want them to be a great husband,
mm,
and I want them to understand how important that is, to me, much more important than winning football games. It's leaving Killingsly High School and leaving our football program better than when they came in, and also knowing that we're always going to be there. I'm always going to be there for them, um, when they graduate. My door will always be open. You know, we want to see them be successful when they come back, but when they are down, when they are facing difficult times, that hey, my door is open. Let's come and talk. We're going to be here for you.
wow. We had a guest on the show the other day. He was a soccer coach, and one thing that he says about his coaching was it was revelational coaching, meaning having a relationship, the
Yep.
importance of having a relationship. And that sounds like that's what you're building there is for, I'm here. We have a relationship. I'm more than just your coach. I'm your
Mm.
friend. I care about the things that you care about. And so it sounds like that's what's going on.
Yeah, when you think about it, this is something I always thought about is a couple things. One is I never wanted to let my parents down,
Mm,
and I never wanted to let my teammates down, or my friends or people that cared about me. That was fair. I really feared letting people down. But the other thing was, I wanted our players to care about what they're doing, and um, as you know, Karen, if you when you care about someone, a family member or a friend, you're going to do anything for them. And caring about something is learning about somebody, learning about what people have been through, things in their lives that you may not have known. You may know your best friend, the people next to you, but what do you know about that freshman on your team, or that other player that you come from totally different backgrounds? And to me, that's important. I want my players to learn about each other. And I feel when you learn about each other and you understand where another person's coming from, and you begin to care about that person. And when you care about that person, and I care about you, you care about me, I'm not going to let you down. And whether we
mm,
take the field on that Friday night, or we, are doing something together for school or outside in the community, I'm not going to let you down. I'm going to make sure I'm on time. I'm going to make sure I give everything I have, and I'm going to make sure we do it the right way. And represent our football program, our school, our family, and our friends the right way when we do it.
Well, it sounds like you are doing something right. I saw your record was like 54-8. You won 4, 5 state titles. So obviously, what you're doing is working.
Yeah, and we got great kids. And that's the other thing. I got great kids. I got a great group of assistant coaches. I have an administrative team that's very supportive, and we have families. We have families, legit families in our community and for our football program that allow us to coach their sons and daughters. I have two
Mm,
two females on our football team, and they allow us to coach them. And they're great. And we have team dinners every Thursday night that the parents put on, and these parents, and especially the moms are trusting us with their child. And we in a game of football, we want to take care of their children, their boys and their girls.
I like what you said. You said the families are allowing you to coach their kids, and
Mm.
so um, that's kind of one thing that we have talked about on the show as far as parents coming to the coaches and asking them, why is my son not playing, or trying to coach from the stand. So, how do you ever deal with that, or how have you um, dealt with that, or do you deal with it?
Well, I think every coach deals with it. I think one thing that's important is communication, and that communication in the beginning of the season, laying out your expectations to your parents, and make sure they understand them, and understand that, hey, if you have questions such as playing time, start by asking your son, why do you think you're not playing? And
Mm,
the answer might be right then and there. And then the next step would be, hey, you have that player come and talk to their positional coach, or talk to
mm.
me and explain why. And then if, we're still not getting the answer, I'm going to sit down with you. I'm not going to, definitely not right after the game at the heat of the battle, but hey, I'll make time to sit and talk to you, and, but, playing time is based, at the varsity football level on a lot of things. And the main thing is, showing up, doing your best in school, out of school, and at practice. And, if you do those things and you can perform on the field, you're going to play. I don't think there's ever a coach out there that didn't play the players that deserve to play, if they were doing the right things.
Mm, that's good. So when it comes to playing time, it starts with that athlete coming to the coaches and addressing the coaches on what do I need to do to play, what am I not doing,
Yep.
versus the parents coming in. Parents is like the last result.
Right. It is. And I mean, you're going to get the answer from the kid, 90% of the time. The kids are going to be honest with you, and the kids know why they may not be the one starting or getting that playing time. And I think we do a good job. We have 3 levels of football with freshmen, junior varsity, and varsity of developing those kids, especially the younger kids. You want those younger kids definitely getting playing time, because you want them coming back and getting better. And at that level, it's more teaching and developing them for the future.
Mm. Now I heard you talk about coaches' wives.
Mm,
And I am going to have a show later on where I'm going to have some coaches' wives on because I think it's so important to hear their voices,
yes.
especially us as fans and parents. Kind of have to put ourselves in their position sometimes when we're out, when we're at the game, and we're hollering certain things to the coaches.
Yep.
We need to understand that your kids are in the stand just like mine. And
Yep.
so we need to be mindful of some of the things that we are saying and screaming out and stuff like that. So tell me, what's your heart about, the sacrifices of a coach's wife?
Well, they're the real heroes. To be honest with you, we don't do it for the money. We don't do it for, the accolades and stuff like that. We do it because we love giving back and coaching the great game of football. And I couldn't do it without my fiance. But we've been together for 11 years, and we have 4 children at home, and one in college, 2 in high school, and one that is 6 years old. And she sacrifices. I'm gone. I leave Monday morning at 7 a.m. and I'm not back till 7, 8 at night, and that's through Saturday. And the thing is, you say you're going to be home at 6 o'clock, honey, for dinner, and that kid doesn't get picked up or something runs late or this and that. So it's tough for them, and she does a great job. My assistant coaches, their wives are tremendous. They understand. One of the things I do is we don't do anything on Sunday. Sunday is
Mm.
your day with your family, and you have no responsibilities on Sunday. We'll take care of everything Monday through Saturday. I'm a big proponent of um, kids, your kids being around our program.
Oh, that's good.
My daughter grew up around our football program. They'll come to practice. I make it a point on Thursdays, our team dinner, that my son is there for part of our walkthrough, our team dinner and films. And I think if you want to include your family as much as possible. But again, the wives and girlfriends are so important because you have your good days, you have your bad days. As you said, sitting in the stands and listen to those things and understanding, what goes on during the week of practice. The whys, why we do this and that, and I couldn't do it without her. There's no
Yeah.
way, and she listens, and she has a different view of it too, and
Right.
I just, she's tremendous, and all our coaches' wives are tremendous, and I can't thank them enough. And I think that is one of the most unsung roles in
Right.
the world, is a coach's wife.
Yeah. So do she like football?
She does. She loves football, and she even lets us watch some NFL on Sundays, and we're Patriot fans up here, and it's great. She's, it's wonderful. She's at all the games, and we could be playing in the pouring rain, and I'll be walking up after the game, and she'll be there waiting, and
Wow.
just to have that support, that
Yes,
you have somebody that is not questioning what you're doing and is supporting what you're doing, and it's not gonna jump on your case because they know you're helping others, and she's taken trips with me. I've taken kids on recruiting trips, and she's gone with us, and she's gotten to know some of our players, and all our coaches' wives. They're just tremendous, and they allow us to coach these kids.
that's wonderful. Shout
Yeah,
out to the coaches'
yeah,
wives.
yeah,
Yes. So, being a head coach and you have, what, 100, 200, 300 kids in your program, and just being a part of the lives, like having a relationship with them. How do you separate yourself from that when you come home and just, kind of like deal with your own kids? How do you like put them aside, and
yeah.
okay, I need to focus on my own kids?
Well, it's. I think the car ride home is important. I think when you take that car ride home is where you clear your thoughts, and you get ready to now it's your family's time, and they get your attention, and I see my son. He's 6 now. I see him for maybe an hour during the weekdays and the night. I don't see him at all Friday except for a few minutes at a game, and when you are home during that time, you got to give them the undivided attention, and same with the assistant coaches. I don't want my assistant coaches to miss their kids' games or their kids, you know, things at school or school play or anything like that. You don't get that back. So, you got to be able to separate and, um, understand that. And, and every coach in the back of your mind all the time, you're thinking about that Friday night, or you're thinking about that kid that may need something, or something that happened. But, you try your best to, number one is your family. I think, you got to take care of your family before everybody else.
That's good. That's good. Tell me a little bit more about the caring aspect in the football program the culture that you're creating out there in Connecticut.
Yeah. So, one of the things we have up in our locker room is, when we're not, fighting for or fighting against what's in front of us. We're fighting for what's behind us, and we're fighting for one of each other on Friday nights, and those guys. And one of the things we did, and I got this from Coach um, Dwayne Miranda, who was at New London. I had an opportunity to coach an All-Star game with him. Is what's your why, and
Mm.
why do you do this? We ask our kids that. What's your why? Why do you do this? What gets you going? And one of the things we do is each kid brings in a picture in the preseason, and I get a big board, and everybody puts their picture on that board. And some players bring pictures of parents, their best friends, um, a situation that may have happened with them, a grandparent, a pet, whatever it may be. They bring that picture in and they put it on that board. And during the preseason, we set time aside where each player and coach, for that matter, it's not just the players, it's the coaches also, where those players each talk about their picture and what that person or a thing or a situation
Mm.
meant to them. And I think that's where kids can, gauge or understand where they're coming from. It's something they never knew, what their teammate goes through each day, or what they went through 5, 6 years ago, or their background. And, we just assume everything's all right. And one thing as a teacher is you learn that, you don't know what happens at home. You don't know what happens
Yes.
in the past. And, there's a lot weighing on kids' shoulders, especially these days. And you got to listen, but understand where everybody's coming from. And I think when you do that, and I understand, hey, I never knew that about this player, and now I know that, and I understand what you're going through. And you know what? When something happens or you're having a bad day, well, I kind of know why now. And
Mm.
and again, that goes into caring. If I know this stuff, and not only as your coach, but as your teammate, and we share these things about each other, I'm going to go to battle with you and for you and have your back every step of the way.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah,
That's
it's true. I mean, you do. I mean, you know, my family, my players, and when you care about people, you're gonna be there for them.
I mean, you see everything that's going on in the world today,
Mm.
and I mean, if we kind of take that aspect of caring and sharing, us caring about each other, maybe that could help heal some of the things that's going on right now.
And you're right. We need to start caring more. You know, and it starts in your communities, and it starts with communication and talking to people that you wouldn't talk to, and
Yeah,
getting to know people, what they're going through. And I think that's where we're lacking. I think we're lacking in face to face communication. Just talking. Me, Karen and I are talking right now, and
yeah,
this is great. I'm learning. You're learning about me. I've learned a little about you in the beginning, and once you do that, I think that the barriers break down. Um,
yes,
we don't see each other as, hey, that's Karen, that's Chet. We know each other, and that's important, and that's what we try to do in our program, and the values that I hope that my players take from my program, they can carry out in life. And and again, it's what's going on in our country today is, um, I told my players this. I'm there for you. I believe in you, and our black players. I'm there with you,
yeah,
through these injustices, and because I care about them. I care about them, um, and like you said, that's where it starts. You got to start in your community and love each other. And I'm not afraid to use the word love. I tell my players I
yeah,
love them. You know, and I might be the only person telling them that sometimes, and I mean it. I love them. I love that they give everything they have. They communicate with me and they talk, and they know that my door is always open forever. And I have players text me Christmas morning, first thing. Hey, coach, how you doing? Mother's Day just went by. One of my players who's at Bryant University texted, "Can you wish Jessica a happy Mother's Day?" And those are the things that are just so wonderful.
yes, yes. That's so good. I love it. I love it. I mean, you know, the caring part of it, when I see anybody in the news, if I see anybody that died or car accident, because I care for humanity, people,
Hmm.
it touches my heart. So no matter if they're black, white, no matter what color they are, somebody lost their lives, and
Yeah.
I care, that touches my heart. So I think that's a very good point of starting there,
Mhm.
just caring for each other, and then we'll work out the rest. As you start caring, maybe the walls will
Yeah.
come
I mean,
tumbling
can you
down.
imagine, if we just talked, if people just sat down and talked, and part of the problem is, it's easy behind the keyboard. It's
Yeah.
really easy to be, behind the keyboard, and communication is so important, and getting out there and talking.
Yeah, we don't do that anymore because we have our phones.
Yeah.
We text now. We don't
Yeah.
talk. We
No.
don't talk. We talk through the phone now.
Yep. Yeah,
You
we
know.
do. And I think that's what's great about football and sports is there's no phones. As the memories you have, the bus rides, the
Oh,
walk
true.
up from the practice field, those times, the camaraderie in the locker room. Those are the special moments, and we have a lot of special moments at Killing High School. You come in our locker room after a game. Um, there's food there for the kids. The community makes food. We have a lady in town who doesn't even have kids in our program, Tammy Wakefield. She makes food for the kids for the last
Oh,
10
wow.
years. And again, the family, it's wonderful because the kids see it. The kids say, hey, these people are doing this for us. And, it's something they'll carry, and hopefully they'll give back someday also.
Yes, yes, yes. That just warms my heart right there.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about COVID-19? I mean, how are you gonna deal with that in your program?
Yeah. It's scary. We are right now, our day is July 6th, where we can start doing some in-person workouts again.
Mm.
And if we're lucky enough, and right now the fall is as scheduled as term as playing this season, but it may be delayed, it may be shortened. There's been talks of flipping seasons, maybe some of the spring sports playing this fall, and the fall sports playing the spring because the spring sports might be a less contact sport.
Mm.
So it's unknown, but there's definitely going to be a lot of precautions and safety measures that go along with it, and it's going to be interesting. It's going to be,
It
just
is.
just pray that it's we come up with a cure for all this and a vaccine, and we can get on with our daily lives.
I know, but you know what? We, have really have asked some questions. I mean, I had some other coaches on the show, and I asked them the question, "What if there was no more sports?" They was like, what? That ain't a good question to ask.
Nah.
But how we ask kids, what are their backup plans? As far as if they can't make it to the league or make it to the next
Yep.
level in sports. And so as you as a coach, what's your backup plan if you could not coach anymore?
Um, yeah, that's. I'm still going to coach. I mean, it may not be football, but we're going to do things that it may be virtual, maybe this or that. It's I'm going to still coach them, but it's going to be if there's no football in the fall, no football next year, it's I don't know. It's, you look forward to it so much, and especially the seniors. This is their senior year, and
Yeah.
we have some great players and some great seniors, and it'd be a shame but I think we're going to have a season. I really believe that, and talking to everybody, I think we're gonna get it in.
Yeah, I believe we are, but it's just something to kind of like discuss because
Mm,
these kids are used to having people who are stand on them to work out and do what they're supposed to do, and so we've been locked in for 3 months.
yep.
And so how many kids have been disciplined enough to do those things, or will they still have the desire to play since they haven't had to do anything, or their minds staying focused on it? So I'm just wondering what's going to happen when they come out. Is your team going to drop by 50 people because you know they've changed their mind or they don't want to play anymore? It's just just curious to
Yeah.
see.
Well, one of the things I think we've done, we have a leadership council with our players that um, we meet with the leaders of our team, and they meet with their positional groups 3 nights a week,
Mhm.
and we do virtual workouts right now, and we kind of do it as a competition. I keep a Google spreadsheet, and we do points and everything just to kind of keep them engaged. But as a coach, you got to be able to adjust. You do that in football all the time, and you're going to make adjustments, and um, you got to find a way to keep them engaged and leading up until August. And I think when we're finally able to break out is important that when we do, we still take those precautions so we're not in this situation again.
Yeah, I was able to find some pictures. I looked, I think it was like 1918.
Uh,
There was another pandemic or something that was
yeah,
going on, and there was football players who had masks,
yeah, I
and
saw the
people were
same
in the
thing.
stand. And
Yeah,
I was like, really? I didn't even know that.
yeah, the Spanish flu, I think it was, and I saw the same thing. It was like a pen game, pen against somebody, and I saw the same thing. Wow, I mean, and
Can you imagine if
yeah,
we're in
yeah,
the stands
math,
with the mask and
yeah,
trying to scream with the mask on?
yeah. Well, someone's gonna make a lot of money if they come up with those face guards that come down the face mask and everything. I think.
Oh, see, you just dropped a dime.
Yeah, I
Whoever
know.
can come up with come
Yeah,
up with that face guard,
yeah,
that would their mouth be out or just
yeah. It
no?
just covers it. The shields that cover the eyes,
Oh yeah.
bringing it all the way down. I know the NFL has talked about it, and I got to see it.
Somebody in China and created this probably.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's on Amazon
Oh
somewhere.
yeah, it'll be here. It'll be here before like the hockey mask almost.
Yes.
Uh,
Well, listen, I have enjoyed you on the show. I've enjoyed learning about your caring program. I think that is awesome. A way to get to know the players on your team for them to share things that are important to them. And I think that is awesome. So, do you have any last words that you want to share to our viewers as far as if anybody is moving to Connecticut and want to come and check out your high
Yeah,
school and your community?
yeah. Come visit us in Northeast Connecticut. And up in Killingsly, and my door is always open. And just care about what you're doing, care about each other, and that's going to go a long way.
All right, you guys. So, thank you for joining us in another sports marathon that we're doing. Content, content, content. So, you guys, thank you for joining us. Thank you, Coach Neal. We appreciate it. And give Coach Sean a high five for
You
me.
got it.
Tell him I say, what's up?
Yep, I will.
All righty then. Bye, you guys.
All right, thank you.